So today's topic, small but nice but very important, is purification of rivers. This has been very recently in news. So for that, small background and a little bit of concept. So we have to know some fundamental facts about purification of rivers and river systems. First, the data part. What is it all about? What is the news about? So Indian rivers reported to be polluted. So there is a very much essential need to ramp up the conservation initiatives. So please remember there are 14 major river systems which are important. This is with respect to world data, and this report 2022 report by the Central Pollution CPCB, 311 polluted river stretches are there, PRS, and here comes the major part, the BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. So that is a main story today in simple terms. So what is this BOD is very important. Now what you have to understand is there is some bacteria called aerobic bacteria. So the word aerobic fundamentally means related to oxygen. So a lot of bacteria, these aerobic bacteria needs a lot of oxygen to survive. And what is the beauty of it is the concept of symbiosis. What happens is within the river system, if there's a lot of waste, and usually this waste is the organic waste, what happens is this aerobic bacteria will go to them, start eating them, consume them, and without actually human intervention, this bacteria eats up all the waste and actually purifies the water system by removing this waste through the process of decomposition. So bacteria, plants, organic waste, eat nicely, finish it off, decompose it. So obviously the waste is reduced. So when organic waste is more, you require more aerobic bacteria, which is a natural process. You don't have to invest any money in it. So, but the real problem is if more wastage is there in the river system, the amount of oxygen will reduce. So once the oxygen reduces, aerobic bacteria will die, they is reduced. If aerobic bacteria is reducing, the wastage will keep increasing. And the river systems will get more polluted. Vice versa, when the oxygen level increases, aerobic bacteria survival increases, the waste decreases, river systems pollution decreases, and quality increases. That's the basic logic behind today's topic. It's all about BOD. So this biochemical oxygen demand has a particular value, and for systems to survive and to be more beautiful and more better with more clean water required, the BOD levels should be high. So the BOD level should be very, very low. Now, since you have understood this concept now about BOD and relation between aerobic bacteria and waste, organic waste, let's go through the whole system now. Now currently the levels are greater than 3 mg in 279 rivers out of 603 rivers. So almost 30% is all gone. The wastage is like very high. That means the quality of water is very bad. So if you observe this, please, BOD is a measure of amount of oxygen required to remove the waste organic matter from water in the process of decomposition by aerobic bacteria. So that bacteria which can only live in environment containing oxygen. Now these levels are very important. Okay. If it is from 1 to 2 mg, it is considered to be very good. So since the water itself is very good, the organic waste will be a little less. Therefore, the response from the aerobic bacteria is not so much. But if it is from 3 to 5, fair, moderately clean. But you have to understand, once it touches 3, that means something is going wrong. If it is from 6 to 9, it is very poor. It's polluted. Usually indicates the organic matter present and microorganisms decomposing that waste. If it is 100 or more, very poor, it is gone. The whole water is gone. So currently we are at this state, majority of the rivers. We have to move here. That means our BOD levels should decrease. It should move from 3 to 5 to 1 to 2. So if it is from 1 to 2, what happens is you can get a lot of clean water. Clean water will lead to more drinking facilities. And this will lead to better water supply. Better water supply implies better agriculture. Better agriculture, better food security. Better food security, better health. If it is better health, it is best productivity, best human capital. If it is best human capital, it leads to best economy. So this is how it is all linked to. So clean water, drinking facilities, water supply, agriculture, better health, better food security. If there is better food security, that is better human capital. If it is better human capital, it leads to better economy. And if economy is great, the standard of living is great. So everything is beautifully interconnected. So all starts with water. Water is everything. I hope these values are very important. So it is better if you all know it. Please be thorough with these values. Moving on. Now to treat this, we have already placed 1601 sewage treatment plants with a total capacity of 36,606 MLD. MLD का मतलब है megaliters per day. That's very important. But if you observe, total capacity is 36, but only 20,236 MLD of the installed capacity is actually utilized, and the remaining almost 16,600 MLD of water is just getting discharged. That means it is not being utilized, it's getting wasted. Now 49 PRS in the Ganga basin, one of the most polluted basins. So therefore, there is a huge requirement for the government, central as well as the state, to get itself involved in the matters of cleaning of Ganga. So the river Ganga cleaning project, very important, not just for us, for the whole country. So what has to be done? There is a responsibility both from the central government as well as the state government. The issue is, water by itself is a state subject. Since it's a state subject, the necessary action has to be taken by the state government, of course, with the prior and lot of support from the central government in terms of technology, in terms of funds, in terms of a mission and a scheme. So what has to be done and what are we already doing? Let's look at those. Now before that, you need to know why and how. Why is it happening? Why is the pollution happening? It's because of these major reasons. One is anthropogenic causes, sewage and wastewater that is released, and then you have industrial effluents, that is all the waste from industries, and agriculture runoffs. And you know that the whole world is getting into grey infrastructure. and the concept of deforestation for the residential buildings and other buildings, and for all the things that we are going through. So deforestation, the problem is soil erosion, aquatic animals get damaged. So that means the flora as well as the fauna are reducing. It's a big danger to the ecological ecosystem of a particular zone. And next, incidents like oil spills create a lot of problem with water. The issue is, after the problem, the cleaning is a big problem. Therefore, making sure accidents don't happen. And then eutrophication. This is a very important concept. What happens is, when large nutrients are present inside the water, automatically, naturally, lot of algae get produced. If algae gets produced, what happens is they start utilizing the oxygen. So the oxygen content inside the water reduces. So more algae, less oxygen, aerobic bacteria ka problem. So all of them together, that process is called eutrophication. So if there is a rapid growth of algae, then the water cannot be easily cleaned. So these are the major reasons. Please have a note at these points: anthropogenic causes, deforestation, accidents, and eutrophication. So these are the major reasons why water gets badly polluted, apart from man-made calamities. So these are the things. What are the consequences? Okay, water gets spoiled, so what? So these are the what parts which happen. First thing, diseases. The list of diseases can harm human health in the form of cholera, typhoid, dysentery, and hepatitis. Then ecosystem gets damaged. The flora and the fauna get squashed off. So because a lot of toxic substances are added into the water, and this is again consumed by the aquatic animals, they are dead, and that water again we consume, that means we are gone. Next, biomagnification. So tiny animals eat food that is contaminated by water pollution, soon becomes food for the bigger animals. That means a problem for the bigger animals implies problem for the human beings. So this is also a very, very important thing. And finally, floods. Soil erosion and accumulation of waste has been known for the cause of flooding due to water pollution. So these are the major consequences. So if we are cleaning water properly, we can avoid all these bad things, and we can make our lives much better. So this is the point. So moving on to the next one. What are we doing? These are the schemes: National River Conservation Plan, National Mission for Clean Ganga Project, and Amrit Sarovar Mission, Mission Water Conservation, and National Water Mission. So this are the major schemes which are already running. A lot of work has been done by both by the central as well as the state governments. So I hope all of you please remember this, and scheme by scheme we'll do it in the next sessions. And the last one. What is a state subject? As I said, steps for augmentation, conservation, efficient management of water resources by the respective state governments. So central government plus state government plus all the pollution boards, both central and state, sub milke, they should make sure that the water is clean. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.